Reboot, I'm cold red, my service automated, like data running through my veins.
I absolutely love a good reset, especially after any like big season. So, fall, Christmas, any of those seasons, there's nothing better than when I can go around, declutter everything, clean everything, and just give the house this complete reset. And that is what I was doing today. I have been in the mood to get Christmas up, but the only way to start is getting rid of all the fall stuff. And I love being able to do a really good cleaning beforehand. So that is what I was doing on this day, starting by taking all of the pillow covers off of the pillows. I'm so glad I switched from pillows to pillow covers. I feel like that has made such a huge difference on just being able to store stuff and it not taking up nearly as much room. But the other thing I really wanted to do, and this I wanted to do right away because Athena was up, and I plan on putting this love seat in the girls' room for now. I really want to put the tree in this area and open up the house more with the whole layout with Christmas. But I have to say, I started doing this on this day, and later on, you're going to see the after of this room. And I want your opinion because part of me feels like I don't know if even after Christmas, if I want to bring this love seat back out because I just love the feel of the space with the new layout. I'm not going to give too much away because a lot of things are changing, but keep that in mind that I am definitely going to want your guys' opinion on if I bring the love seat back or not. Because realistically, we don't need the love seat for seating. The sofa can fit all of the kids and everything, and then Bobby has his chair, and it just is almost never used other than Bailey. Our St. Bernard uses the love seat more than anyone. But he's got a whole couch in the dog room, so I think he'll survive. So to start this whole thing, for the most part, I just wanted to focus on just the decluttering portion, going around, getting all the fall stuff down, my day-to-day regular decor down, and trying to do it in a way that is the least overwhelming. I knew if I started and tried to do a top to bottom clean, one room at a time, I'd end up wearing myself out. So I'm like, okay, if I just go around and first collect all the fall stuff, take down or move any of the just regular decor till out of the way, one, it makes cleaning so much easier. When the stuff's out of the way, cleaning is a breeze. That is why I always tell people, declutter first if you're trying to figure out how to easily keep a clean house, because cleaning when you have less stuff is so easy. So easy. It's cleaning around all the things that is difficult. So that's why you see me just taking stuff down, moving stuff around, trying to make space for all my yearly decor. So with fall and stuff, obviously, I just add a couple pops of fall, but I still use a lot of my regular decor. But come Christmas, pretty much all my regular decor goes away and just Christmas comes out because I got a lot of Christmas. It's a little crazy, a little overwhelming, but I absolutely love decorating for Christmas, and I have just been collecting now for 15 years slowly, and that is also why I think it's really important to do a small declutter of all your things, before you decorate for the season and after, like at the end of the season. So that's what I did for fall here. Anything left in the bins that I did not decorate with this year, I got rid of actually pretty much all of it. So in the past, I would struggle it with because I like to move stuff around. Like when I decorate, I don't decorate the same way every single time. That is one way to change things up without having to completely change your theme every single year is I just move stuff around. So with that, I sometimes have a hard time letting go of certain decor because I'm like, okay, I didn't use it this year, but that doesn't mean I won't use it next year. However, there is definitely things that sometimes I go through, and if I noticed I haven't used it for now a couple years, that's when I start letting go. Like, okay, it's been 2 or 3 years. It's a good sign that I probably won't use it again next year. And then I start donating those things and whatnot. So if you do big decorating sessions for different seasons, I highly recommend, especially if you're like me and you still collect every single year. Like I haven't bought a lot this year, but I definitely bought a couple little things, and I do that every single year. I just really enjoy it. Plus, what I used to buy 15 years ago when I was 19 years old, newly married, compared to what I am buying nowadays at 34 years old, 4 kids and whatnot, is very different. My style has definitely changed. Our financial situation has definitely changed. So I often will just like to get things that maybe it's only 1 or 2 things, but 1 or 2 things that I've been having my eye on and cost a little bit more. That's what I like to do nowadays because I know I don't have to decorate everything. So I'm not worried as much about going to the dollar store for filler and getting a lot of stuff as much as just getting those key items that I think will make a big statement in the space.
Merry go round, round with ya. In and out, then up and down, down, down. It's getting old, going around, round with ya. Think I need some solid ground. Merry go.
Let's go. Let's run. Ooh, that's cold. That's hot. Let's go. Let's run. Ooh, that's cold.
Riding in my drop top.
All right, so talking with my girlfriends the other day, and we were talking about shopping for our children and the differences, because obviously shopping for my 1-year-old for Christmas, super easy. I could put rolls of toilet paper in a box and she would be thrilled. And then I have my 13-year-old that nowadays just wants cash, Robux, not a lot of things. And it can be a lot harder. So I was telling them, I'm like, well, we actually do Amazon Christmas lists. So the kids every single year go on Amazon and make a list. Do this for multiple reasons. One, for any family that lives out of state. And since we have a lot of family that live in Wisconsin still, it's really nice to be able to send them an Amazon list, and they can easily click, buy, and ship it directly to us. And we just do it where if they have Amazon wrap it, great. But if not, we just do all the wrapping that week before Christmas. So we have the kids do that. But even then, a lot of the stuff actually, I'm trying to think. I think all the stuff on his list is clothing. Except he does want a small side table for his bedroom. And we found a really nice one to put on his list. But we were talking, it's crazy how much it changes. And I am curious because I was asking them, I'm like, I'm dealing with preteen teenage boys. My girls are still really easy to shop for. So I want to know, when my girls get older, because I feel like when I was like that preteen teen, I still really liked getting gifts, like new makeup, body spray. Like it was definitely a more mature thing, but there were still like fun things that I wanted for Christmas. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a difference when my girls get older compared to my boys. Because yeah, just cash Robux is not fun. And honestly, I always feel bad just putting clothes under the tree for them. And we do like to do things like a book and stuff like that, but the fun has gone away. And it's probably just in my mom head, and they really enjoy it because I get things for Christmas and birthdays that I'm sure a lot of people be like, well, that's not fun. But if I get that silverware set that's on my Amazon list, I'm going to be thrilled. Or that new thing of dishes, or often I'll put like cleaning supplies that I've been wanting to get on there. Like that does give me joy and make me excited. And I guess I need to look at it that way. They probably are just as excited for those things. It's just on a mom side, I feel like I am being so boring. Am I alone here? And any advice, or how do you handle it? I would love. Because yes, dealing with the preteen, teenager phase of the holidays. Plus the other thing is like, I always remember coming downstairs on Christmas. So we do it on Christmas where we don't put any gifts under the tree till Christmas Eve. And that has always been my thing because that is how my parents did it. The only gifts that were under the tree is like gifts that my siblings bought each other. But otherwise, all of the Santa gifts, all of the gifts from mom and dad, none of those went under till Christmas Eve. That way, when we woke up in the morning, you got that big surprise. And it always felt like a big surprise for us because I'm one of 5 kids. So it doesn't honestly take that many gifts per child to be a lot of gifts under the tree. And when we just had the 2 boys, I really struggled with that because I felt like I had to overshop so much to give that same feeling. But I am definitely learning that is a memory that I have as a kid, and it doesn't mean it's something that has to be done. And like I said, it's different nowadays. We have 4 kids, so a couple items for each kid really fills up the tree. But I still always try to do something fun for each of the boys on top of their like clothing and cash that they want. All right, here it is though. I had just been putting everything on the dining room table. That way I could pack it away all at once. Plus I had to wait a second with packing because I layer it a certain way with the blankets and pillow covers. That way things don't get broken in the bins. So I had washed and dried the blankets and pillow covers and had everything in here, just like trying to organize it in a way that all the breakable stuff is on the bottom, or at least the majority of the breakable stuff is on the bottom, and then I go in and layer the rest of the things around blankets, towels, pillowcases, all of that stuff.
I get the feeling it's a good night. It's so bright. The city's shining from the street lights. So let's live it up, pick it up, just call me up. Say anything and I'm down. We're just like a fire, and we'll just pick it up
So I am really, really excited. Bjorn's got a new school friend in the neighborhood, which is really nice. Literally, the kid lives just around the block, not far from us at all. And I really like that because he's been literally going out every single day, going on bike rides with this kid. And it seems to be a really good, like, friendship. And I know I have talked a couple months ago that he had one really good friend that we did play dates with often, but that I was struggling with that friendship, and it wasn't a situation that was a bad kid or anything like that, but I was noticing a switch in my son's like personality whenever he hung out with that specific friend. And I think part of it was a jealousy thing, I'm guessing. I honestly don't even know. Like I said, the kid seemed like a good kid and everything. We had sleepovers at our house with him. I just noticed they often would start bickering, get in fights. The personalities just didn't mesh well, it seemed like. And I ended up slowly weaning that friendship away. And I felt bad about it because I'm like, this is like one of his few really good friends, but I'm just noticing a really not good switch in his personality whenever he hangs out with this kid. So, needless to say, all of that, he found this new friend in our neighborhood, so he's actually able to out with him for like on a regular basis and whatnot. And it's been such a good relationship. Like, no personality changes. It just is good. And if you're a mom, I think you could understand what I'm saying, from like a good friendship to not a good friendship and whatnot. And this seems like a really good friendship. But needless to say, after about a week of Bjorn going on bike rides with this kid, they would come to our house and hang out in our front yard. And I know they've been going to his house and like playing basketball and hanging out in his front yard. So I told Bobby, I'm like, okay, I think I should actually ride or walk over there and introduce myself to the mom, because her kids hanging out at our kids hanging out at her house, and we don't really know who she is. She doesn't have our cell phone number. Oh, that was the funny part, because I told Bjorn this, because I'm like, when are you going over there? I want to walk over there and introduce myself to Carl's mom. That way, if, let's say, you're playing basketball and you get hurt, she knows how to get a hold of me. Or if anything happens, she knows how to get a hold of me. And he's like, oh, well, I gave her the house cell phone. Now, it's kind of like a house phone. We don't have house phone. We have a house cell phone. Love having a cell phone for the kids that is a universal cell phone, because that way when he's going and riding around with his friends or at his friend's house, he's got the cell phone. That way if I need to get a hold of him, I can. If Xander is at a after school practice, he has the cell phone. I can call and get a hold of him, or he can call and get a hold of me. But I don't have that like stressed out anxiety of my kids having actual cell phones at a young age. So that is how we did it, is we have one extra phone in our house. We call it our house cell, and it is everybody's property, but it just comes in really handy for situations like bike rides, after school activities, or anything like that. Sorry, that got off, but I had to explain that. So he tells me, he's like, oh, I gave her the house cell phone number. And I'm like, baby, you take that phone when you go. And he's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. So if she needs to get a hold of me because you're at her house, she can't get a hold of me because that cell phone is in your pocket. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. So needless to say, I went over there yesterday, introduced myself. We talked to her a bit. She seems super duper nice. Let her know which house we are, which our house is a little bit easier to point out because of our decorations. I'm like, yeah, just around the block, we're the crazy house. Yes, I respond to us as a crazy house because even I can recognize we're a little insane when it comes to our holiday decor. But it was very nice to just like sit and chat with her. What really like touched my heart though and like made me feel really good is I know I must be doing something right as a mom because she's like, your kid is awesome. He's always very respectful when he's here. She's like, the other day I got back from running some errands and was carrying some bags inside, and he right away rushed over and asked if he could help and grabbed the bag out of my hand and carried it inside for me. And I was like, oh, that is like, feels so good to hear as a mom that I'm not around. Always that like back of your mind, like, okay, you better be being respectful and behaving while you're at other people's houses. And hearing that just made me feel really, really good. And yes, I have been really happy about this new friendship and everything, especially since after having to end that last friendship, I felt really, really guilty and was hoping that he'd find another like close friend. Like all the kids have friends at school that they hang out with during school and everything, but to have like a good close friend that they're just hanging out with outside of school, I am super glad that he found this one and he lives in our neighborhood and they have been playing and hanging out a ton since then.
I wanted to know what it's like to drive down Sunset Boulevard with you. And I just want to take one more bite of everything and every avenue. Like cold drinks, summer nights. Let's get a little too drunk. Are you down? 'Cause I just got to know. Take a look at all the shining lights.
All right, so I have to know, what is your like must do cleaning job that you do every single day? And I mean cleaning, not tidying, because I feel like there's definitely a difference between the two. So actually, let's say for tidying, my must do every single day is tidy up the kitchen. That I cannot miss. Even on days that I'm not feeling well, the kitchen still gets a good tidying. However, when it comes to cleaning, now this one is a little bit of a cheat because it doesn't mean I'm always vacuuming with my vacuum. Sometimes it is with the robot vacuum, but I have to vacuum every single day. Otherwise, we will get tumbleweeds of dog hair literally within a day. It gets so bad, especially in our room. And I notice that it likes to actually collect behind this door to the master bathroom. So I always have to like open that door, make sure there's no pile of dog hair because it just always like accumulates in that area. And the other one is wiping down my counters. My counters are one thing that I always stay on top of, making sure that they just have a quick wipe down. I will say my bathroom is not that hard to keep up with. I have like core makeup that I wear, but I don't even wear it on a regular basis. But the nice thing is by just having the core makeup, it makes it real easy that I use it and I put it away. And then I do a quick wipe down on the counters in the bathrooms and the kitchens. Those are like my must-do cleaning. I must clean the counters and I must vacuum every single day. Otherwise, it just feels overwhelming. But I love these after shots. Such a massive difference. And like I said, there's just something about a good reset. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fall vibes. Absolutely love them. The warmth it brings to the house and everything. But being able to just kind of go through and do this good reset and everything felt really minimal before it feels not so minimal with Christmas again. So after fall and after Christmas, these resets are something that I really enjoy. And then just letting it marinate in this very minimal feeling for a couple of days is just very peaceful and relaxing to me. But so with removing that love seat in this room, one of the reasons I really like it is, one, cleaning these windows. These windows get very dirty very easily because Minnie loves to sit up there and just watch people walk by, drive by. Like, that's her little spot. So needless to say, we end up with little puppy nose prints and tongue prints all over that window. And it's so much easier when the sofa's not in front of there to just come over and give it a quick cleaning. But I also just like the openness it makes this room feel. So very tempting to not put the love seat back in this room. I do think though, and Bobby and I were talking about this, I usually transfer our kids into big kid beds at about that 18 months to 2 years. It's varied slightly with each kid. But with that, that means in a couple of months, Athena's going to be out of her crib and the girls will just have the one bed in their room because Freya's bed is a trundle bed. So we can just pull the bottom bed out for Athena, and that room is large enough it could keep the love seat. So part of me is thinking, don't get rid of the love seat. Keep it in their room. They can have a nice little sofa in their room. And then that way, if I get that like itch to switch stuff up again, I can pull it back out here, rearrange the furniture, and I still have it on hand. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on what I want to do yet.
From the east to the west, with the heart of gratefulness, lift up your voice and sing, lift up a shout of praise.
I also feel like I need to start playing the game Spot the Mini. Watching this back, I was like getting a giggle out of every new area that I was in. That you just see Minnie is always not far behind, watching and seeing what I am doing. That girl is like a shadow. She also is extremely jealous of everyone. Bailey and Athena mostly. Like, literally, if Athena crawls over to me and pulls up on like my legs so that I'll pick her up, Minnie will come running over and she does the exact same thing. She will go from being on her all fours to 2 legs there, hoping that I will pick her up. She does it on the furniture. If Athena comes over and pulls herself up on the furniture next to me, Minnie is like her little twin. Definitely a little bit of a jealous girl. She thinks she is a baby and she thinks she is mama's baby, and always is by my side.
Let the anthem rise up, let the song ring out, let the ground now tremble as we raise.
So I was thinking the other day, because Athena pulled herself up, or didn't pull herself up. So she was standing there with toys in her hand and a bottle in her hand, and she was next to the coffee table. And I don't think she even realized what she did, but she stood up without grabbing onto anything. And the girl has the full ability to be able to walk by now. Like, she will stand there and dance around and stuff. So she has the strength, she has the balance and everything. But she refused to do it. The other day I was holding her front 2 hands, just trying to get her to do the motions, and she was not having it. She was like, I can do this faster crawling. Like, she was not in the mood at all. And I got to thinking, I'm like, I can't remember when the boys started walking. Now, I know it was over a year for at least Xander, and I'm pretty sure Bjorn also. Freya started walking the December after her first birthday. So, that's with Freya and Athena's birthday being so close together, that was a little bit easier for me to gauge. Like, oh, okay, well, Freya had another like month and a half at this point before she started walking. But I was watching someone else's videos and their kids started walking at like 10 months. And I'm curious, when did your kids start walking? I feel like it's so interesting. Kids are all so different, and it all depends completely on like their personality. Because like I said, the ability to walk, Athena has it. She's got the strength. She's got the balance. She just needs that like confidence to be able to do it. And I was like certain she would be my one child that walked before the age of 1, because she was so mobile, so strong, already had really good balance before she was 1 year old. So the idea that she is now over a year old and just has zero desire in the world, I am very surprised. Actually, even just the other day, we were calming her down for bed, so we like to take her into our room and just lay on the bed, turn on one of her shows, snuggle, and relax. And she was standing in the bed dancing to the stretch break from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And I'm like, girl, you are dancing on a unlike even surface because you're on the bed and you're not falling. You could walk so easily. And she just won't. She just won't. So I'm very curious. I feel like, though, when she starts walking, because she is so strong and does have such good balance, that she's going to go from just straight to running. Like, it's not going to be that, like, slow working her way into the walking and everything. I think she's just going to start running. Who knows? Maybe she is just waiting till she has it perfected. One of those kids that doesn't do anything till it's perfect. I feel like that might be her. Now, for washing this fireplace, I do this on a regular basis just because of the dust buildup and everything. I went really simple on this day. I just did some Tide and hot water. But here's another thing. This room feels so fresh, so open. But this is the layout furniture-wise I'm thinking about doing if I don't bring in the love seat. And what I like about it is it opens up that window, but then it also opens up the other side where Bobby's chair used to be. And I don't know, I just really like that feeling. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Do I, after Christmas, bring the love seat back out, or do I leave it like this and have it more open? I just feel like it feels fresh and airy and just not as cluttered.
All the right words pours from your mouth, holding me tight, saying I'm all yours, but I feel in my gut it doesn't feel right. I see in your eyes, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Let's talk about your ex.
At this point, I was definitely getting tired, so I was really glad that this was the last room I had to get done. And that is one reason I do love Swiffer dusters. I have tried reusable dusters, and I just feel like they don't work as well. I don't know what it is about it. There's something about the Swiffer dusters. I feel like they truly do cling to like the dust and pet hair so much better. And it's really the pet hair more than anything. I often find that some of the reusable ones, the pet hair just kind of gets moved around and not actually picked up. So, but that one I do love. It allows me to get those really high shelves without having to worry about getting like on a ladder or something. Now, I will at times get up there and do a good deep cleaning, and I probably will do that like right before I put up Christmas decorations, since I'll be on a ladder anyway. But at this point, like I said, I was glad this was my last room to do a final reset on. So I was not about to be getting up there and doing that. I just wanted to be done for the day. I still had to make dinner and get everything else done. So that was my only goal at this point. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Those are things that just really help out my channel. Plus, my next video will be a Christmas decorating video, which I am so excited about. My house currently doesn't look like these afters. It looks like Christmas threw up because I had just now started the process of like figuring it out. So we brought in all the bins. I took everything out of the bin so I can see exactly what I have and start just like mentally game planning exactly what I am doing. Yeah, it's insane. This time of year is always a little bit insane, but I am really, really excited. I love decorating for Christmas early, taking my time, moving stuff around, and really just enjoying the whole process of it. And it does take me some time. It usually takes me a good week or so. However, I ordered some things and they haven't shown up yet, so I am really hoping they show up today. I've been slowly trying to order nicer garlands to replace my older ones. They were supposed to be here like a week and a half ago and they still aren't here. So cross my fingers they show up today. But I will see you guys on Tuesday. I hope you guys have a great Halloween and a great rest of your weekend. Bye.